Right, first job this morning. I've got to cut this out. I think it's probably just been leaking on the valve. There's 1 or 2 bits in the school that are like this. I'm going to cut it back there, slip socket, and just replace this T up and into there then. I think it's probably been the packing leaking, but we're going to change that section anyway. Right, just got the wet vac on it and just put my plumb thumb on there. Obviously I'm changing these valves anyway, so I've used my grips, but this valve seems to be sucking in, so I've not even drained that yet. So that pipe work's obviously leaked and it's emptied itself and not filled back up. So that's completely empty. There's no air tap on this radiator either. Both ends are plugged. So I'll see if I've got one in the van. So I just thought I'd do that, just give myself a little bit more control. But I'll have to find out why this pipe work appears to be empty. Obviously when I cut into it at the bottom, I'll have the wet vac ready, just in case. It's probably why the drain off tap along the line didn't work, because it actually was working, but the pipe work's empty. What I'm going to do is suck with the wet vac through that open valve and see if we can empty the pipe work. Do you want to turn that on, Harry? I brought my mate. It is sucking. So we'll see if we can empty as much of that out as we can. I'm going to carefully cut through that fitting there. Hopefully that's empty. So I did suck it with a wet vac. Yeah, it's completely empty. So now, hopefully I can cut this lower down. Obviously I have the wet vac ready, and then we can just literally press some new bits in. I'm desperately hoping, as I cut it, it's not going to breathe in somewhere, because I haven't actually drained. Here comes a bit of water now. I haven't actually drained too much out, but I have got the wet vac bag ready. We're going to empty it. Right, at the minute we're not getting any water. So what I'm going to do is take it out of these clips. I'm going to try and cut the pipe. Obviously it's going to be a bit tricky because it's low, and literally we're just going to press a new section in. I'm going to empty the wet vac so it's literally ready to go. And if it does breathe in down the drop, one of us can put a thumb over it, or we can empty the wet vac so we've got full control. Obviously we've got a sheet and stuff down, but jobs like this can be a little bit tricky. You're never 100% sure, you know, exactly what's going to happen. Right, we've got a good little bit of movement on that pipe now. What I'm going to do is just literally nick the top of it, and then if we do get water we can control it then. Right, Harry, if you like just to hold that pipe up over there somewhere, put something underneath it, mate, for us. Just put that under there a second, just to hold that up. Oops, a bit more than that. You got the jet blue or something, sorry, or the flux lid or something. And we'll just cut this off over here as well. Right. We will have to prep this pipe properly, deburr it, but I just wanted to get it cut off so it was out of the way for a second. I don't think I've cut that on the pipe under there. It all seems fine. So, got to be a little bit careful obviously. So we'll get these pipes prepped up. If I can get the wheel cutter in there now, I'll get the wheel cutter in there, deburr it. I'm going to try the Milwaukee on it, I think. All I need to do then is deburr that. But this is the Milwaukee Inox. It's supposed to cut. obviously it leaves a burr, which we can deburr, but it's a much cleaner cut than the angle grinder. So yeah, it should be fine. To be fair to this inox cutter, it does cut this really well. This is carbon press. So it's like, it's not low carbon steel, it's not very good to be honest with you, but the whole lot's done in it. You can get a stainless version of this, but these are just the low carbon steel ones. So yeah, it does cut very well. Obviously it leaves a bit of a burr, but you get that burr if you use the normal sort of wheel cutter anyway. So we've got that bit going across there, obviously deburr that in there, then just a piece across, as I say, kick that out at 90, 45, and that's just an adapter to take us back to the carbon. Deburrer thing in the Robbie. So this is a 22 slip. Obviously we need to mark the insertion depth of that. So with a marker pen we can mark halfway along, so we know we can slide that back and then get that across then, and then a new 2215T, obviously a new valve, new street elbow, and I think I picked up a 45 as well, and a new 45, so we can literally jig that in the same how it went before with a bit of luck. So these slip sockets will go all the way down the pipe if we need to. So we'll put one on there. Where's the other one? One on there. One on there, and then we can literally just mark the centre, slide them back and get that pressed in then. Just need to mark, just always mark these to make sure they've gone in all the way. So you need them in the full depth. Likewise these slips, obviously them slips are about, what, they're 70mm long, oh no, longer than that, 84mm, so we know we need that in like 41mm. So somewhere there is half the slip. 41mm, that's half the slip. Lost the lid. Always lose lids, depends. I have no idea where that's gone. But we can slide that right back and we can slide that across. And it should be on both the lines then. So that line, that's dead in the middle. And obviously that's on our line there. And then we just need a piece, Harry. Again, we'll mark. I think it's alright. Probably get paid more than me. So again, we mark the insertion depths to make sure they're fully in when we press. And this one should take us to there then. So we take these props out. I just take these props out, we can push everything together then. Might be a shade, oh, it's because I've got that prop under there. You like to push that end in, Harry. Might just be a touch long, you know. I don't know. Is it a touch long? It's on that press now, it was on that thing, wasn't it? If I can get them to go together. Beautiful. I'm going to get a bit of water now, but hopefully everything's coming out there, isn't it? No, everywhere. It's staring me in the face. Let's just lift that. No, don't suck it. Just lift it up, mate. Just lift that up. Bugger. I should have done that. I should have had the press gun ready. Now just see if that stops. I think it'll stop. Just got a bit of water in the face. Tell you what, we'll get the press gun, Harry. Just because I lowered that down, it's breathed in a bit. Always tricky jobs like this, to be honest with you. Get some blue roll down there. We can have a bit of a mop up in a second. What we're going to do is press that. I'm going to turn that T so it's looking the right way then. I need to get that bit set up, but I need to get the jaws in, so I just have to pull that out. But they are fully in to where we need them. Back in the clip now, Harry. Touch twisted, huh? Touch. That's all repaired. I think my GoPro ran flat, but basically the last two, just press them in there. I've just got 2 more valves to change in the school because they're leaking. Obviously put this clip top back on and then we can get filled back up there, make sure we've got no other leaks anywhere. It should be good. I'll see if I've got an air tap for this rad as well, because as I say, it's both solid plug either side, which is a bit inconvenient. But yeah, that should be fine. So 2 slip couplings, new T, new valve and a new 45. So this is just like carbon press stuff. That probably would have been alright, to be fair. I think it was just the lock shield that's been leaking. But while I got the system drained, I thought it was better just to cut that piece out, because it didn't look very good. You can see it's been running down the pipe. So it may have cleaned up, but so got to drain it down to do the other bits. So I just cut that bit out. It's only a few fittings. And it's just peace of mind then as well. But there is probably plenty of thickness left on that. I'm not a fan of carbon press, to be honest. The stainless is better. Just this stuff just goes rusty so fast. But yeah, that's all full prepared. So I'll do the other bits, have a tidy up here, and we should be good. This one here just needs a new valve on it. I've got some new Belmont valves in the van, so I'll literally just swap this like for like. That one will be nice and easy. So see if we can get this one sorted. Just an old Belmont valve, and I've got, where have I put them? I'll put them now. Oh yeah, there we go. Got a new Belmont to put on. So again, I'm using grips, but I won't use grips on the new one. Get that off there. Oh. It's just a bit of pressure in that rad. Bit of pressure. Be a bit careful. most of the fittings. Oh, Harry, just because you pull on these grips, I've got. I said there's bits of copper in the back, you need them.
Yeah, not long enough. They're not spend it all.
See if you just pull on there. I don't want to disturb everything. Come up slightly with the grips, maybe. I can't get it. Oh, okay. It's hard, isn't it? Why is it so tight? I don't really want to put heat on it. That's got to come off there, hasn't it, surely? It's only Loctite.
Can I spin it the other way?
What's that?
Tighten it first.
Oh yeah, but I've still got to hold against myself. Can you?
Yeah. Can you still some bigger grips?
Well, not still since, but they're better grip. The grips will be grip shouldn't do that. Christ. Yeah, half inch, isn't it?
Moving, is it?
No, it ain't moving. It's
Moving
moving on the press a bit.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not moving on that fitting, mate. What's on the other side of that? That was ridiculous. We had to get the Stilsons on it. Shows how good Loctite 55 is. It really grabs. It should be empty. It says. That valve's obviously shut, Harry. I won't yet. That's it. I'll just leave that on there a minute. Alright, Harry, thank you for your help, mate. I appreciate that. I'll get this new valve prepped up. Loctite for the win. I didn't want to put heat on that valve. A, because of smoke alarms, and B, because obviously the O-rings and stuff. So it's just a bit tight. Clean this off it. for that. Yeah, you can have that, yeah. What should do is I always put a little bit of jet blue on them as well. You don't have to. And then I'm not going to use grips on this valve just because. Oh, always jet blue that as well. Around there. Obviously grips will scratch the valve, whereas the spanner should be better. That's somewhere in there. That should be fine. Just need to clean that up. And that's job done. Make sure the valve's open. Clean all that valve up and that'll be fine. Just get this filled back up. At the minute I've got it valved off in the boiler room, so obviously inlet pressure is 6.8 bar, which is really high, 6.7 now. Systems pressure is 1.2 bar, which is normal. What we'll do, turn them two valves off up there, and obviously isolate all the electrics and everything. So that pressurisation unit has gone to fault. Probably gets turned off still. Is it? It's gone to fault. Check leak system alert. So that's telling us obviously it's drop pressure rapid. Obviously we've drained down, so we'll clear that fault in a second if I can remember how to do it and get filled up. I'm just going to go around short, make sure we've got no leaks. I've isolated all the boilers and stuff on the panel. Right, just reset that and it is charging. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly run around, make sure we've got no leaks on the system. Obviously that's dumped it for the air gaps, that's pumped it back up to 1.1 bar. I'm going to go around, bleed the radiators, check if it's working, and then we can start the boilers up. Right, I've just overridden the plant, currently it's on holiday, so I've just overridden that. The boilers will strike up in a second once it's gone through a check. System's all up to 1.1 bar. Boiler number 1 is probably fired in. So I think these are Worcester 50-70s, they're either 50-70s or 30-50s. So all pumps are on. I don't think we actually lost that much water. What we're going to do is check chemical levels as well. We've got a dosing pot on here, so we can redose the system if we need to. So yeah, we'll make sure everything gets hot, and we've just got one other job to look at here on the cold water side. But I wanted to get all the heating done first. Obviously there are our main flow returns going through, hot and colds go through there as well, and secondary return pumps up there. So this is all fairly new, this plant room. I did price this one but I didn't get it. They've made whoever did it though made a neat job, to be fair. Can't complain, whoever did it. I priced this one a couple of years ago, but it's a bit expensive, I think.